Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Hello, my friends, and welcome to yoga today. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm looking forward to a really good practice together. It always goes without saying that if you are new to the practice, please just move at a pace that works for you. Don't push yourself too hard if you can't. Don't injure yourself. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right in your body. Do enjoy yourself. Do go with the flow. Do feel yourself, feel your body, feel your alignment, feel your breath. Feel good as you are practicing. So it's really up to you to be able to navigate that. In this practice. Okay, I'll give you different variations. If you don't know me, my name is Eddie, and I'm very happy that you are here. So before we start today, I want to just begin by posing a very simple two-word question to you, and that question is, what's good? What's good? Well, I guess that would be three words because it's a contraction. What is good? What is good right now? And the reason that I pose this question is because there is so much power in focusing on what is pleasing to you or what you find as good in any subject or any situation. I could also ask you, well, what's wrong? What's tough right now? You could probably list off a litany of things because our mind tends to focus on those things, or we look at news and it focuses on those things, or it's just kind of the general order of the day that we talk to people and we call each other up and we talk about what's wrong. And so we train our mind to what's wrong or to what's bad. But at the same time, we could find aspects of any situation that are good, right? And if we start to train our mind to those aspects, we can actually be more in tune with them. We can see them, we can allow them to grow because reality is only that which you are focusing on. It's only true in the way that you focus on it. So I want to start today by closing our eyes for just a moment, sitting up nice and tall. All right. So you've decided to come to yoga today. And I want to just ask you, what's good about your yoga practice? What inspires you in your yoga practice? What makes you want to be here? What's good in your practice? And as you identify that thing that you perceive as good, if you can hold on to that throughout the class, regardless of whatever challenges may come up, regardless of whatever thoughts, excuse me, may arise, if you can stay focused on what's good about your practice, you will have a fabulous experience. I could ask you, what's good about your employment? Or what's good about your lack of employment? What's good about your significant relationships that you're in right now? What's good about your family? What's good about your friends? What's good about the world that we live in? What's good about Mother Nature? What's good about the environment? And you might say, oh, well, you're just denying reality if you focus on what's good. Or you could say you're creating a better reality if you focus on what's good. So we have identified a little bit what inspires us on a myriad of subjects, but let's stick it or keep it close to home with what's good about this yoga practice. And I'm going to keep bringing you back to that as we run through our day. Bring your hands together at your heart. Rub your hands together, make them nice and warm. I think it's good to connect to yourself. I think it's good to open your body. I think it's good to relax your mind. And I think it's good to breathe deeply. Inhale, hands at your heart. Inhale. Hold it in. It's good to hold and to feel expansion and to feel your lungs breaking open. Exhale your breath out. It's good to release. Again, inhale. Hold it. It's good to circulate energy. It's good to become aware of life force energy. Exhale. It's good to let go. One more time. Inhale deeply. Hold it in. Exhale it all out. going to chant the mantra Om, connect to our highest self, connect to the field of infinite possibility. It's good to be connected on a higher level. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Again, inhale. Om. One more time, inhale. Om. Very good. Open your eyes up, everyone. Take your arms, reach them out to the side right here. Fingertips are touching the floor. Simple 2-breath movement. Inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, push your palms up to the sky. That was 1 breath. Inhale deeply there. Exhale, hands float down to the side. So that was your 2nd breath. 2 breaths, no big deal. Inhale up. Interlace, exhale, turn your palms to face up. Shoulders relax. Breathe in, maybe draw back. Exhale, float down. Let's do it 2 more times, please. Inhale up. Turn your palms up. Deep breath in. And down. Last one, we're going to hold it. Inhale, your hands up above you. Exhale, turn your palms up. Now try and relax your shoulders down your back. Maybe turn your head right to left, back or forth just a little bit. Loosen it up. And let's feel how good it is to take deliberate, conscious, deep breaths. How good it is to lengthen the spine. How good it is to circulate our energy. Take one more. Let's go out with the right hand. Left arm's going to reach over your ear. If 2 people experience the same event, they both have really, really different perspectives. Or maybe not so different, but they can have very different perspectives on the same event that happened. Inhale all the way up. Go to the opposite side. So what is the reality? 2 siblings experience Christmas together. One gets the gift that they really wanted. One doesn't get the same gift that they really wanted. So their experience is tainted or is not as positive. Was it a good Christmas? Was it a bad Christmas? What's the reality? Reality is determined by perspective. Inhale, come on up, take a twist. So if your perspective is seeking out what's good, what's good will grow. Let's come to the other side. What is good? One more. Okay, let's just do one more opening exercise. We are going to do breath of fire. Many of you are familiar with it. The arms come up and out to the side like that. You're going to pull your fingers into your hands. Thumbs are going up. If you know breath of fire, just get started right now. If you don't know it, stick out your tongue and you pant like a dog like this. Keep it going. The emphasis is on the exhale. You pull that belly out, back, your breath pops out. Okay, belly back, breath forces out. Or through the nose. Or long, deep breathing. Whatever works for you, let's go for about another 20, 30 seconds. Inhale. Thumbs are going to touch overhead. Hold your breath in, lift your spine tall, pop your fingers open, and calm your hands down. Now feel yourself. Feel yourself here, radiant. Feel yourself vibrating. Feel yourself as an energetic being. Feel your particles of energy harmonizing, finding resonance, finding alignment with all good things. Open those eyes up, everybody, and let's get moving. Come on all the way up. I'm going to fold my blanket, get it out of the way, and we can bring ourselves up to the top end of our mat. So we can face forward here. Hands can be together at the heart. I'll turn and I'll face you. We're just going to begin with simple half sun salutation. So breath and movement coming together. Inhale, arms out, chest up. Swan dive. Exhale, fold all the way down. Let your head go. Look to the front, breathing in. Exhale, folding down. Sweeping out, coming up. And hands at your heart. Each round is 2 breaths. Actually 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale down. That's 1 breath. Put your hands on your shins. Look forward. Breathe in. Exhale, fold down. That's 2 breaths. Inhale, sweep out, come up. Hands to your heart. That's 3 breaths. All right, so slowing your breath down, slowing your movement down. Exhale. Open. And fold. Arms out, chest is coming up. Hands down and together at your heart. Let's do 1 more round. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, take it all the way down. Opening halfway. And fold into your legs. So we're going to stay now in the forward bend. Let's begin with our hands wrapped around our elbows. And I want you to take your upper body and swing. Let your head go. Your swing doesn't have to be extreme. It's just, I always say it's like an elephant, just kind of swinging its head, moving the trunk side to side. And once you feel like there's a sense of release, then come through the center and hold it and breathe. If you want to switch your arms and hold your ankles or hold on to your hands behind your back or whatever you want to do is fine. It's good to shift our perspective. It's good to come into the moment. It's good to be present. It's good to feel breath and body uniting. It's good to feel thoughts relaxing, releasing. It's good to feel space opening. Yeah? Put your hands down on the ground and do another good posture known as downward facing dog. Now, this downward facing dog, I'm going to offer you something a little bit different. And if your shoulders are not feeling it, you could always do this on your hands and your knees. I want you to take your right leg, lift it up to the ceiling, bend your knee, and roll your hip open. So you're going to feel a lot of stretch in that left leg. Lot of stretch in that left leg. Relax your head a little bit. If you want to, maybe move your right leg around in the socket a little bit. You can do some big circles and kind of kick your leg out and just go around maybe both directions, something like that, just to really lubricate that leg. Take a nice deep breath in, and now let's hug the knee into the nose 4 times. Rock forward and squeeze. Inhale back. Rock forward and squeeze. It can be done with your left knee on the ground. Inhale back. Exhale and squeeze. And back. Very good. Take your right foot up between your hands. Give me a high lunge. Take your time to get there. We'll all meet up. We'll all come together. Adding that back bend if you want. Looking to the ceiling if you want. Let's do 3 more breaths. Just warming up still. Maybe we'll do something called a classical sun salutation today. We haven't really done that much. Exhale, put your hands down on the ground. Step yourself back. And we're going to come into our first vinyasa push-up cycle. Forward into plank pose. Of course, drop your knees if you like. Take it down. And choose a back bend. Downward facing dog. Second side warm up. Left leg is going to lift. Left knee is going to roll open. What do you like about stretching? What's good about stretching for you? No right or wrong answer. Just what's good about it? What inspires you to do it? Maybe move your leg and circle. What's good about breathing? What's good about space? What's good about clarity? What's good about openness? Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, cruncheroo. 1 time. Inhale back. Exhale twice. Inhale back. Stay with me. Exhale 3 times if you can. And last one, we come all the way forward. Step that foot up between your hands. Inhale, your hands are going to come right up. Breathing there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of a back bend, although you don't have to. Strong right leg, open chest, lots of expression. Lots of openness. Lots of energy. One more. And then bring your hands down. Now you can move through that push-up cycle if you like, or you can stand down dog. Good. Okay. So let's look forward to the top of the mat. Bend the knees. Get all the way to the front. Open yourself halfway. Fold it down. Take a chair pose. Bend your knees. Drop your booty down. Take your hands on your chest and your heart up. Let your weight go back into your heels. Of course, hands could be down and together at the heart, but they could also be up really, really high if you like. Just 2 more. Sink it down a little bit. And last one. Very good. Inhale, stand yourself up. Release your hands down. Now feel that little rush of energy. Maybe squeeze your legs, squeeze your buns if you get lightheaded. Isn't the natural intelligence of your body good? Your body knows how to regulate itself. Your body knows how to take care of you on so many levels, from the beating of your heart and the processing of your food into energy that you can use. The regulation of temperature, isn't that good? Nice deep breath in and out. This is a classical sun salutation, so you can open your eyes for just a moment. Some of you have probably never done this before. It involves lunging, and the trick with it is that you lead with the same foot. So in a moment, I'm going to tell you step back with your right foot. You'll go through downward dog, you'll do the whole thing, and then I'll tell you step forward with your right foot. So we're going to lead with the right foot to start, okay? You can do it. You just got to listen, and if you have to watch a little bit. It involves lunges. It goes like this. Inhale, take your hands up above you. Exhale, fold forward and down. Look to the front, breathe in. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Now you could stay like that, or you could inhale yourself up. If you can't balance, leave your hands down. Exhale, touch the floor. Step back to down dog. You could wait, or you could move through the push-up cycle. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, everybody. Right leg comes forward. Right foot comes forward. You could stay down, or you could take your hands up. Exhale, touch the floor. Step forward. Open halfway. Fold to your legs. Sweep out. Come all the way up. Okay, so that's called a classical sun salutation. It's more circular in nature. Let's go with the right foot leading the way again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Look to the front. Step your right foot back. You could also drop your knee to the ground if you want. Inhale, your hands come up. Exhale, touch down. Step back. Lower. Back bend. Downward dog. Lift your right leg. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, your hands up above. Touch the ground and come to the top of your mat. That tricks people sometimes. Open, fold, arms out, chest up, hands at your heart. Now, we're going to switch. We're going to lead with the left foot. That means left foot goes back, left foot comes forward first. Here we are. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale down. Get ready for your left foot. Look forward. Take your left foot back. Bend your knee. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, touch down. Step back and lower to the back bend. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Left foot comes forward. Inhale up. Touch down. Step to the front. We're going to do one more round. Open. Fold down. Lift up. Hands at the heart. Last round. Leading with the left. Exhale, fold. Look to the front. Step your left foot back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Move through. Left leg up. Left foot steps forward. You could keep your hands down or lift them up. Touch the ground. Step to the front. You made it through those cycles. Open. Fold all the way down. Sweep up. Step your feet together so that they're touching. Bring your hands together at your heart. Deep breath in and out. What's good? What's good is that I tried. What's good is that I succeeded. What's good is that I had fun. What's good is that I challenged myself. What's good? What's good? Right? Give yourself a moment. Give yourself a pat on the back. What's good? Let's have our feet together so that they're touching. So we're going to do something just a little bit different on this one. We're going to inhale, take our hands all the way up above us. We're going to exhale, sink down into chair pose with the hands at the heart. And I'm going to take the right elbow and put it outside the left knee. So I'm in a prayer twist. Nice deep breath in and out here. Very good. Take your breath in. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, open halfway. Step your right foot back into the lunge. Now get yourself up into that high lunge. If you can't get into the high lunge, put your back knee on the ground and that will be stable as well. Either one of those is fine. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to try and prayer twist. So that right elbow is going to come outside my left knee, palm and palm together at the heart, and I'm twisting. Right? Now you want to modify that. Put your right hand on the ground. Keep your left hand on your knee. Totally fine. Either one, prayer twisting. Very good. Now we're going to do it differently, so pay attention. You're going to put your hands down. You're going to take your back foot forward. You're going to open halfway. Fold all the way in. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms up. Breathe with me. Exhale, hands to your heart. Twist, left elbow outside the right knee. Now, some of you, if you're a little bit more advanced, you don't actually need to put your hands down before you make the transition. You could simply step your left foot back into the lunge. Take a breath in, but most of us will touch down. We'll open halfway. We'll take the left foot back, which is side 2. Hands will come up above you. Remember, you could just as easily put the back knee on the floor for stability, hands at your heart, twisting, left elbow over. If you want to make it lighter, put your left hand on the ground. That's it. One more breath. And exhale. Go ahead and put your hands down on the ground. Step yourself back. This time you're in downward facing dog. And if you can go through the push-up cycle, please do. To back bend. And we take it back right into downward facing dog. Take a couple good deep breaths in and out. This is really nice. All right, look forward to the top end of your mat. Again, step, jump, however you want to get there. Get forward, exhale, fold down, arms out, chest is coming all the way up, and you're going to release your hands down and take a nice deep breath in and out right here. Feel that energy flowing through your body. So close your eyes if you can. And feel that river, feel the warmth, feel the subtle current, feel the vibration moving through your body. Okay, now let's take that on. We're going to come into a core strengthening set right now. So do your best to follow along with this. Inhale, take your hands up above you. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. Lift your heart high, and then try and sink a little bit lower. And lift your heart high. And now if you need to, put your hands down, roll back, come on all the way onto your back. So we are going to start ourselves in a tabletop position. If you're not familiar with it, I want you to just kind of look in the screen for a moment. My thigh bones are perpendicular to the floor. My shin bones are parallel to the floor. I'm making a 90-degree angle, tabletop position. I'm going to take my hands, reach them straight up to the sky. Imagine I'm holding a basketball between my hands and I want to squeeze it just a little bit. I want to feel my tailbone lifting up away from the floor slightly. My belly button is descending down. I'm scooping and hollowing out my lower belly. So this is your foundation of the core strengthening set. If that's all you can do, beautiful. Exhale if you can go for a little bit more. Roll your shoulders up off the ground. Extend your fingers forward. Point your right foot forward. Keep your left knee in. Now your variations would include something like holding onto the knee, holding onto your head, right? Or you would just keep your arms out like that. And then you're going to switch sides, in which case you could switch your arms. If you were holding on, that would be fine. We don't want to kink our neck. Take one more. Exhale, extend it. Inhale where you are. Exhale, switch it. Last time. Very good. Inhale and exhale. Come on down on your back. Bend your knees. Excuse me. Put both of your feet on the floor. Lift those hips up to a bridge for a second. Squeeze your shoulder blades together beneath you. Hips are nice and high. We're going to come into one more core strengthening set. You can repeat what we just did. You can stay in tabletop, or you can come to the next level with me if you want. Here we go. Roll yourself onto your back. Get your legs up into the tabletop position. Take your hands up like you're holding a basketball. Fingers up to the ceiling. Everything is squeezing in to the center. Feel your lower belly active. Exhale, roll yourself up. Let's start where we were. Right leg would go straight. If you can, take your left leg up to the sky. So I've got one leg straight up to the sky. One leg is straight forward. I could hold my leg. I could hold my head. I could come back to tabletop. Scissor the switch. Exhale, and you scissor it. Just hold it here for a moment. Exhale, scissor it. We're doing a little bit harder work today, but you can modify. And scissor it. Last time. Pull it all the way in. Very, very good. Ah, nice. Take a bridge pose again. Interlace those hands beneath you. If some of you are feeling very warm and ready for a full wheel, you could take a nice big back bend right now. That would be fine. Let's do about 3 more breaths here, and then we are going to get ourselves back up to standing. Very nice. Go ahead and slowly roll yourself down. I'd like you to hug your knees into your body. Now, if you like to rock and roll on your spine, go ahead and do that. Hold on to your shins and rock back and forth. If you don't like that, then go ahead and roll to your side and bring yourself to downward dog. Cross your ankles, everybody. Rock forward. You roll right over your legs, and you're on your hands and your knees, and you go to downward facing dog. Now, anybody could go from there through the push-up cycle if that's what you want. Nice. Okay, I want to look forward. We're going to step the right foot up between the hands. Now, earlier in the day, we were doing a high lunge. You're now going to come into warrior one, meaning your left foot is going to spin out and flat on the ground. You can see my back foot, how I have it turned onto the floor. I'm going to twist my chest forward. I'm going to twist my hips forward. Woo! Is it hot where you are? Wow. Inhale, take your hands up. Bring your hands down and behind your back. So first variation, you are going to interlace your fingers. You're going to press those knuckles down and lift your chest up. Now, if this is not good for your shoulders for any reason, keep your hands at your heart. Open the chest, open the chest. Okay, if you want to watch, go ahead and watch. I'm going to stay low in my legs. I'm going to come down. It could be chest on the right thigh, or I could even drop my shoulder inside the right knee and begin to drop my head as my hands come high to the ceiling. Okay, if you're coming down shoulder to knee, that's a really good supportive place to be. If it's too much in the shoulders, put your hands on the floor. That would be fine too. Sinking down, sinking down, sinking down. How about 2 more breaths? And 1 more breath. Very good. We're going to do the opposite now. Instead of bending the leg, we're going to put the fingers on the floor. We're going to begin to straighten that front leg. And I'm going to take my back foot maybe a couple inches further forward and just extend with my hands and get that length. What's good? What's good for me right now is that kind of buzz that comes over my body, that comes over my mind as I'm practicing. That slight feeling of being detached, being more present, being more okay with what is right in front of me, with what I'm doing right now, not as worried about what's going on out in the world or what's happening later today. It's good to be present. It's good to feel the yoga buzz. Take 1 more breath. We're going to keep that left hand down. Right hand is going to come up. Now, there's a lot of options. You could put your left hand on a block. You could put your left hand outside your right foot. Let's take 3 more. And slowly we're going to release that hand down. Step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Or just bring yourself up to standing and get ready for side 2. If you'd like to flow through another push-up cycle, you lower them. You open into the back bend. And you take it back to downward facing dog. Okay, let's go to the second side. Take that left foot, step it right up between your hands, please. Spin your right foot out and flat on the ground. Take those hands up. Let's all get set in Warrior One to begin. So let's talk for one moment. The thing that I just noticed about myself is I got into Warrior One and I really dipped my lower back. I don't know if you can see that. I let the belly come forward and the lower back dip. And I want to actually do the opposite. I want to pull a needle and thread through my belly button and back. So the belly's coming in, the tailbone's going under. So I've got support through the lower back. We're going to interlace your hands behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Give me a nice big open chest. And then come on forward. Maybe it's shoulder on your knee. Maybe it's your shoulder inside your knee, dropping your head more to the ground. Maybe your fingers are touching the floor already so that you don't bother your shoulders. Breathe. What's good in this moment? It's good to challenge myself. It's good to breathe through the posture. It's good to sweat. A lot of good things. Take a deep breath in. You get to decide what's good. Put your hands down on the ground. Take your front leg. Begin to straighten it. And I'm going to take the back foot, pop it forward, maybe 6 or 8 inches. Going to fold myself down. Right out over that leg. Now, this would be a good place for blocks for many of you. We're going to keep the right hand down on the floor. We're going to put it on a block if we need to. Our left hand is going to come high up to the sky. Wonderful. And slowly, I want you to step to the top of your mat. Open yourself and then fold down to your legs. Can you do this variation where you step your feet into the palms of your hands? Step your feet into the palms of your hands. So I have my fingers pointing back to the toes, lift my feet up, and step right in. Now, some of you are going, I can't do that. Well, that's okay. You could bend your knees and potentially do it. You could put your hands on blocks. You could touch the floor. You could touch your ankles. It's just a forward bend. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more. Sweep your arms out. Come on all the way up. Release your hands down for just a moment. Stand up nice and tall. Take a good deep breath in and out. Let me tell you a story very briefly. This just popped into my mind, and I think it's a good analogy. Yesterday, I was having my guitar lesson, and I'm not a wonderful guitar player, but I do my best. And my teacher was teaching me some more complex chords, and some of these chords have numbers after them. Some of you are familiar with music, but like A flat major 7, add 9, all these different kinds of things that get really complex, kind of jazzy chords. And what he said to me is that all you have to do is, if you don't know how to play the more advanced thing, or you don't know what it is, you can't remember it, just cut off the end and come back to the original. So it's just an A chord at heart. And then it gets all these little fancy elements added on top to it. So he's like, just take off everything that's added to it if you don't know how to do it, and you can stay with the basic. And it's the same thing with all of the variations we do in yoga. If you can't step your fingers under your hands, we'll just go into a forward bend. That's all we're doing. We're just adding little fancy variations on. So you just keep reducing back to what is the essence or the level that you can comfortably do. Okay, so let's move from here, hands together at your heart. Isn't it good to know that you can always reduce anything that's more complex to its essence and still receive some good benefit from it? Take your hands, lift them all the way up, and exhale down. Look forward and inhale. Exhale, gently step or jump yourself back and move through one more vinyasa. And back to downward facing dog, and put your knees on the ground and take a child's pose for a second. I'm going to make one amendment to what I just said a moment ago. I told you I'm taking my guitar lessons. My teacher is teaching me complex chords. And then I followed that by saying, I'm not a really good guitar player. I'm going to amend that comment. I'm going to just take it out. It's irrelevant. Why say that? Right? Why do we do that? I'm learning some new chords in guitar, and this is what my teacher taught me. That's all that's worth saying. You don't need to ever diminish yourself. It's just habit. So let's rest for a moment. You can ask yourself, what's good? What's good about resting? What's good about yoga? What's good about studying guitar? It doesn't matter. What's good? What's good? All right. Let's just lift ourselves forward for a moment. I want to work on some twisting. So let's bring ourselves to sit, and let's take our legs and reach them out in front of us to begin. Okay, first I'm going to pull back and grab my hips. Get the seat, get the flesh out just a little bit. And then I'm going to pull the right knee into the body, and I'm going to cross the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Now, this would be a perfect twist. For a lot of us, this is all that you need to do. Some of you would take that straight leg, bend it, and bring it alongside your right hip, and that would be fine as well. Either one is okay. Let's just start by pulling our hands against the shin and really lifting yourself as tall as you can be. The tendency is to want to slump and slouch down in that twist, and I want you to just pull in and lift yourself up. Very good. Now from here, I'd like you to wrap your left arm around your right knee. Wrap your left arm around your right knee. Grab your right wrist and just pull in now really, really tight. So we're beginning the twist, but what we're actually starting to work on a little bit more is some of that hip stretch. You should feel it in the right hip. Pull the leg in, lift up tall, and then turn a little bit to the right. Breathe with me. Pull the leg in, lift up tall, twist a little bit. Now from here, take your right arm up, sweep it all the way back behind you, and maybe you can get a little bit more rotation. If it's too tight in the leg, just let your leg go a little bit. And twist, looking back. Come on back through the center. Let's go to the second side. So I'm going to hug my left knee in, cross my left leg outside of my right knee. And then if I want to go a little bit deeper in that twist, and it's not necessary, but if I want to, I'm going to bend the right leg and bring the right foot alongside my left hip. Grab that leg and lift yourself up really, really tall. So again, if you go back to that notion of the guitar chord, the fundamental aspect was what I showed you first. We just made it a little bit fancier by bending the bottom leg, but you can reduce it if you want. Now, wrap your right arm around your leg, grab your right wrist, pull yourself in, lift your chest up. Take your left arm up to the ceiling, swirl it back, and maybe your elbow comes outside of your knee. Again, you can always reduce instead of deepening. It's your choice. Lovely. Take one more breath. And slowly come on back through the center. Stretch your legs forward in front of you. So here's the next twisting sequence. So once again, I'll have my legs straight. I'll kind of pull the tush out. I'm going to bring my right knee in, and I'm going to drop the right foot down. Now, some of you, if you're really flexible and your hips are very open, you can put your right foot up in a half lotus like I just demonstrated. I don't know if you can see that, but my foot came on top of my thigh. It's absolutely not a necessity. That's just like a 13th chord. You could just come back here and put your foot against the inner thigh. Okay? Take your right hand, bring it behind your back, and most likely we'll catch our waistband. If your foot was in half lotus, you could potentially wrap around and catch your foot. Now, reach your left hand to your left foot. I'm going to go thumbs up, catching the little toe side of my foot. If I don't have that flexibility, I'll use a strap or I'll bend my leg. And from there, I'm going to pull my right arm back, pull my shoulder back, lift the chest open, and twist to the right. The whole time I'm looking for the sense of expansion. I'm looking for the sense of openness. Take one more. See if you can keep it all bound. Just look back to the center for a moment and twist and fold in. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Release your hands. Let's switch the side. So I'm going to take my right leg straight. Now my left knee is going to drop out to the side. You can take your left foot and put it in half lotus if that's your practice. We're going to take the left hand, wrap it behind the back, and I'm going to come around. I'm going to catch my waistband. My right hand is going to come forward, catching the baby toe side of the foot. Thumb on that right hand is pointing up. Lift your chest and twist to the left. So we're twisting, twisting, twisting. You're going to take one more and then turn and look to the front. Fold in just a moment. And inhale, bring yourself all the way back up to sit. Take your legs out in front of you. Now I'm going to turn to the side because it'll be easier for me to demonstrate. You don't necessarily need to, although you can. I'm going to come to wide legs. Now for some of you, wide legs really doesn't work. Your option would be to do something like this. Wide legs, but the feet are on the ground. Okay, that would probably be a lot more accessible. Otherwise, you could stay with something like a Baddha Konasana. Okay, but we're going to start with a wide leg. And we're going to begin by folding forward. Now, we might not get very far. Maybe we're going to hold on to our feet. Maybe our hands are going to walk out in front of us. But let's hang for a moment in one of the forward bend variations that I showed you. And I want you to all to start moving towards your right. Even if you're in Baddha Konasana and your feet are together, just start to walk your torso, walk your upper body towards the right. Maybe we can catch the foot with both hands, maybe not. Maybe our hands are on the ground. For those of you that are really challenged by this forward bend sequence, I'm just going to ask you, what's good? What's good right now? Well, what's good is that I can connect to my breath even if I'm challenged physically. What's good is I can release my attachment. I don't have to define myself by physical flexibility. That's good. I know my worth outside of flexibility. And what's also good is that we come out of every pose, and we're coming out of it right now. What I want you to do is look at your foot, please. So you're still looking at your right foot. You're going to take your right hand and turn it so that it's palm facing up, and you're going to try and grab your right big toe. Again, it could be done with your knees bent. You might just catch the foot like that. Even if your feet were together, you would take your hand out to the side and reach your opposite arm over you. So my legs are wide. I'm grabbing my foot or putting my hand on my shin. And the top arm is going to come up and all the way over. How nice. Nice forward bending twist. Take a deep breath and even open the heart a little more. And then let's walk it over to side two. So take your upper body and start to walk, start to walk. Good. Let's move from here. We're going to take that left hand, reach it towards the left foot, or move it outside your leg, depending on your variation. I'm going to try and catch my big toe, but you can put your hand on your ankle as well. And we're going to take that opposite arm. Right arm is going to come up. It's going to reach right out over the ear. Good. Inhale, lift yourself up, everybody. Release your hands all the way down. We made it through our forward bending and twisting sequences. Come on through the center. We're going to roll onto the back. If anybody wants to do a brief headstand, you can do a brief headstand, just 1 minute. Pull your knees into your body. If you'd like to roll back into shoulder stand, you can roll back into shoulder stand. If you'd like to simply rest on your back and rock side to side, or rock back and forth and massage your back for the next minute, you can do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay on my back, and I'm going to move my knees in circles and move my legs in both directions. So just, you're either in an inverted posture or you're in some kind of a massaging posture for about another 20 seconds. If you happen to be in one of the upside down poses, start to make your way down all the way onto your back. Everybody, go ahead and put your feet on the floor. We did bridge pose a little earlier. Let's repeat it now, taking our hips up, interlacing our hands beneath us, breathing here. Very good. Let's take one more. Exhale, you're going to get yourself all the way down. Again, if you want to push up into that wheel, this would be a good time for you to do it. Otherwise, you're down on your back. Let's hug the right knee into our body. Stretch the left leg away on the floor. Finish with one more core strengthener into a twist. The right leg will reach up to the ceiling. Now we can start holding the back of the leg, holding the back of the calf. And I'm going to roll myself up off the ground using my core and get my hands higher up the leg. I'm going to try and keep my left leg strong and flat down on the ground. One more breath. And then twist it. Now you could do any twist. You could twist the straight leg over. You could twist a bent knee over. You could cross your thighs and twist. Very, very good. Good. Let's come back through the center. And we're going to take it to the other side. So right leg is straight. Left knee is going to come in and twist it over. Left arm can go out to the left. Oop, I forgot the hamstring stretch. What's the matter with me? Get that left leg up for just one moment. We got to make it even, right? Let's roll ourselves up. I think I was really ready to twist and chill. All right, so we got a little hamstring stretch going, a little core strengthener going, and then finish with that twist. Couple more breaths. Can you believe it? We made it through another class. It just flew by. Isn't that good? All right, come back through the center if you haven't already released. Come back into the center slowly. Maybe draw your knees in, balance, and stretch your legs. Away on the floor, I want us to be able to rest for just a couple of minutes. Please stick around. Give yourself a few minutes of silence. Softening your breath, softening your tongue, softening your mouth. I always think the easiest place to perceive energy, the movement of energy, is in our hands. Our hands are so sensitive. Notice if there's warmth. Notice if there's tingling. Notice if there's vibration. Let that sensation grow. Let that sensation expand through your arms and your chest. Through your belly and down your legs. Your feet are vibrating too. Before you fully wake yourself up, I'd like you to just begin to deepen your breath. Let's do about 5 breaths. Deep circulating breaths. Really feel the expansion of the entire body like you're a balloon, and the entire surface area expands on the inhale, and the entire surface area of your body deflates on the exhale. Pulsing that life force, pulsing that breath energy through you. Good. One more, in and out. I'd like you to inhale, hold your breath for just a moment. Inhale, hold it in, and just feel yourself now feeding off that energy. And exhale. Bring yourself slowly up to sitting. Take your time, but come on up to sit. And as you get up to a seated position, just bring your hands together at your heart. Remember, today's class was based on the simplest of questions. What's good? In any situation, in any particle of the universe, what's good? Even things that appear bad on the outside can offer a benefit. They can offer reflection. They can offer increased consciousness. They can offer clarity. You can always find something good. Take a slow, deep breath in. Rub your hands together. Take your hands down and over your head and over your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.